Assalamu alaikum, hope you guys are really well. I cannot explain how different this Ramadan has been compared to last year's, where I had a 3-month-old baby, and honestly I can say sadly that was one of my worst Ramadans ever. I was just so still in the 4th trimester. I was not fasting because I was nursing exclusively, and I just could not make sense of day to night. The routine was just crazy, and I could not feel more bad about how I did that Ramadan. I think then approaching this Ramadan, which would have been the first Ramadan that I was fasting, like 2023, was a little bit apprehensive, to be honest, because I just didn't want to feel like I was drowning again or just like wasting the month. And subhanAllah, we are already in the second third of the month, and it just feels like it is flying by. But one thing I really want to stress is it's not too late, and I really think that we have to give ourselves grace, whether you are working full time, whether you are a mother, whether you are not able to fast but you just want to maximize benefits still, which I can imagine would be so hard, because I personally found it really difficult last year, like not fasting and then feeling a little bit disconnected from Ramadan. And I just think we can put so much pressure on ourselves to try and attain this and this and this, and then on the other end you see amazing people around you who are really smashing out their goals and being consistent and reaching those targets, and it feels just so out of reach. But I think just stripping it back and remembering that this month is a time for us to really cut back on the things that we desire day to day and really focus on our spiritual health. It always comes that time where we need it most, and there's always time to really still maximize whatever we have got left. It's a gift to us, and I think trying to see it in that positive light of it is a gift rather than this big pressure that we've got to achieve or do well or do XYZ is so key, because having that slightly more positive growth mindset, so to speak, is going to make sure that then the remaining part of this month is still filled with so much more barakah for you, versus sort of going into a spiral of, well, I have not done this and I fell behind on this and therefore I can't do that. You know, that's literally shaitan inside just telling you to just forget about it, like it's fine, inshallah it'll be next year. No, we are not promised next year, we're not even promised tomorrow. I wanted to share some of my reflections in a couple of videos on Instagram and TikTok. I know this kind of content is quite different from my norm, but I had said like before my pregnancy that I wanted my content to take a bit of a shift, and I've never felt that as strongly as I have in this month. And honestly, this month I've realised that like if I don't take a shift in my content, then I probably will cease making content altogether, because I just feel like this life is so incredibly short, and I just have this really strong urge to do this. I don't know who it's going to reach, but I feel like if you are still watching this right now, you're meant to watch this, and inshallah my words can be of some benefit. But please bear in mind that I'm not an ustada, I'm not, you know, learned, I'm not trained, I'm just sharing reflections. Please do not take my word as fake, or you know, as I don't see why anyone would, but you know, just in case, you know, the haram police are scary out here. And I think that's one of the reasons why I've always been a little bit hesitant to share reflections and things. But ultimately I just don't really see myself continuing making the exact same content as I have in the last decade. I'm not the same person I was when I was, you know, in my very early 20s, beginning my journey online and building a community. And whilst so many of my wonderful viewers, readers, watchers have stayed with me along the way, you guys have also grown too. Like, you've changed, your lives have taken different routes, and so has mine. And Alhamdulillah, I'm embracing this. So I hope you guys are up for some different type of content. I completely understand if you're not, but like I kind of have always just done what I'm called to and what I feel like doing the most. And a lot of my content has been like very experience centered, like my teaching journey and, you know, my pregnancy journey. And now, like, alhamdulillah, we are in the process of self-building our home, so sharing that as well. But I think there needs to be a space personally on my little corner of the internet just for raw reflections, and sometimes it's just going to be literally, this is what I learned and it really stood out to me, and I really think you guys should watch this video. And yeah, anyways, I hope you guys are well. I hope your fasts are going well if you're watching this during the Ramadan fasting hours, and if not, just hope you're having a good day. Allah Hafiz.